What's going on, Bet Records? We are back. I got Cole and Colton with me. We're going to be looking at this week's NFL games. We got we thought it was a snoozer, a Thursday night football game happening right now. As you can see, current score a little bit after halftime is 10-6. We thought the Cowboys were going to win this one. The spread was closer to 14.
In all honesty, I thought this was going to be like 50-14.
Yeah. We'll see how this one kind of ends off. Here's a lot of injuries for the Titans side of the ball, so I didn't want to cover this one. So we're going to move right into Sunday's game. Colton, give us your initial thoughts on the Cardinals at the Falcons here. Kind of some snoozer teams on both sides of the ball.
With the Cardinals quarterback being out, Trace McSorley starting, I think I'm going to take the Falcons. I think Tyler Algier is going to put on a clinic here. And I think they will, I'm just going to take money line.
I completely agree with you. The Cardinals have been smoked on the ground the last 2 weeks alone. Their defense is constantly on the field because they don't really have an offense at this point. So I think the Falcons team, even with Desmond Ridder at quarterback, I still think they have a better offense overall and a much better defense at this point.
Yeah, let's see Ridder get his first NFL win this week against the Cardinals. Both teams fighting for a better draft pick, honestly, at this point. Yeah, pretty much out of the playoffs, but we will move on to the next game. We got the Bears at Detroit. Cole, two teams in our division with the Vikings, Minnesota hometown. What do we think here?
I know it's the popular pick, but I'm going to take the Lions just because of what they have at stake at this point. They lost last week, basically kicked them out of the playoffs, but they do still technically have a chance if they win out for the rest of the season and some other teams lose for them to make the playoffs. But if they lose this, they're completely out. And you know how much Dan Campbell hypes that offense up and how just spirited it is. I think they'll take it.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Lions too. Partially because I don't want to see the Packers in the playoffs. And I do like Dan Campbell. I'd like to see the Vikings play the Lions in the wild card matchup. So give me the Lions.
Yep. We'll hope the Lions can beat one out against Justin Fields this week here. Next matchup, we got Jacksonville Jaguars at the Texans here. I think we got to pick Jacksonville. I love Trevor Lawrence, especially in these past couple games. He's looking like a real quarterback at this point. Anyone got anything good to say about the Texans?
They surprised last week, I guess.
Okay, I guess he did have some. I was expecting a no, but
they surprised a little bit last week. But yeah, I think the Jaguars are definitely on the up right now, especially with the past few wins.
Yeah, I love the Jaguars. I mean, I don't think the Titans have a chance of winning the division.
I'd love to
Derrick
see
Henry going down. I think Trevor Lawrence gonna.
Plus, it would be really fun to see the Jaguars in the playoffs again. Because what was the last time they did it? Our freshman year of college.
Yep. 2017.
Made it to the second round of playoffs.
That would have been 2017.
It was. Yeah, it'd be nice. I don't think they have anywhere near the same caliber team as back then, but.
Nope, we got some young studs on Jacksonville, and hopefully we can get the win this week on Sunday.
Oh boy!
Move on to another blowout. Colton, what do you think about this spread? We think Kansas City overall. I think especially in Arrowhead, they have to win overall.
In
13 and a half.
Yeah. I mean, the Broncos defense is amazing. Kind of carries their only 4 wins, but
Yep.
What about last week?
Okay, maybe not.
Maybe not last week.
But could be a better week. I don't think they covered. I think the Kansas City beats them by probably 3 scores. I think probably 42 to let's say 17.
17. Wow.
Yeah.
That'd be their second highest scoring game, maybe something like that. Give or take.
There's absolutely no chance the Broncos.
Nope. Moving right along here with the Sunday games, we got the Miami Dolphins without Tua playing in New England against the Patriots here. I'm going to take the Patriots. I think Bill Belichick's, offense and defense will be able to get it done. Are you guys riding with me, or are you feeling the opposite?
Yeah, I mean, huge AFC East matchup, fighting for a playoff spot. Without Tua, I mean, I think Teddy can get it done, but being at Gillette Stadium, I don't think Dolphins have a chance in the cold weather either.
Yep.
I'm gonna say the Dolphins, honestly. Dolphins have just a past of beating the Patriots, even in bad situations, just throughout the last 5 years alone, even with Tom Brady at quarterback, the Dolphins still somehow pull it out their ass.
Okay.
I still like the team. Tyreek Waddle, just in general, two of the fastest wide receivers. Tyreek always knows how to get open. It really all boils down to Bridgewater and if he can throw an accurate pass. But if he throws accurate passes, they're gonna win.
They got a good shot. That's for
Good
sure.
close.
Next game up here on the new slate for Sunday here, we got the Colts at the Giants here. I think we got to pick the Giants overall. I know we both like Saquon. Learned that about you today. Who are the Colts starting? Nick Foles again?
I mean, Nick Foles could pull something out of his ass. You never know.
He did win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yep.
I see this game going either way, but with the Giants fighting for the playoff spot, I think they'll pull it off, especially at home.
Yeah.
The Giants definitely are going to win this one. I think the Colts are just overhyped in every way possible because their wide receivers alone. Pittman, I drafted him. Oh, and I'm going to say part of it's Matt Ryan's fault, but it's also just the wide receivers on that team. They don't know how to get open. They don't know how to do anything to be able to produce. So it's definitely the Giants.
Yeah. I think the Giants are a sure win here. I think honestly I'd stay away from the spread. I don't think I'm going to be looking towards this one heavily for any betting purposes. We are doing prize pick plays for player props as well on our Instagram at bet_records. So if you're interested in any of that, make sure you're checking us out on Instagram. But moving on right along to the next game here, we got Gardner Minshew and the Eagles. Well, is it going to be Gardner Minshew? Do we know at this point?
Gardner.
For my
Gardner.
fantasy team's sake, I hope it's not.
Yeah.
But it definitely
Looks like there's a chance for Hurts to play. We're going to have to look at this one. It might be a game time decision for all we know at this point. It's looking pretty 50-50. Yahoo Sports says Hurts is going to play. I'm not 100% convinced yet. So we'll see what kind of happens here. Against the 7.5 spread, I will take the Saints, but overall win, I will take Philadelphia on this one. I think the Saints do have a good passing defense. And if Gardner Minshew is playing, it's going to be a closer game, I think, personally.
Yep, I hate to say it, but I'll take the Eagles. Worst team in the league by far, fan base, but
Yep.
gotta give it to them.
Yep. Moving on to the next game here. Is this for the division? Right. I was gonna say I thought this was Panthers playing in Tampa Bay though, however. I believe the Panthers won 20+3, I think, earlier in the season. I remember Tom Brady couldn't get it done week 7, I believe, or something like that. What do we think, guys?
Give me the Panthers.
Panthers.
I have Sam Darnold.
The Buccaneers aren't firing on any cylinders.
I watched them last week and they did not look good against Packers. They played the Packers, right?
No.
Nope. Overtime against Miami.
Cardinals.
Cardinals, you're right.
Yes. They did not look
With
good.
the third string quarterbacks.
They did not look good last week. I mean, it's pretty cliche for Tom Brady to get into the playoffs, but
Right. It's hard to bet against him just because, especially towards the tail end of each year, right? He kind of sneaks into the playoffs at the last second.
If there's going to be a quarterback that's going to knock him out, it's going to be Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Yeah.
All righty. I'm riding with that one as well. We'll see how that one breaks down and shakes out there with two teams trying to sneak into the playoff picture. We got the Browns at the Washington Commanders as well. I will take Washington personally. I think they can get it done. +3. Brian Robinson should be on point, should have a great rushing day this week. We'll be looking at him for some player props as well, but we're going to be starting Carson Wentz for Washington this week. Is it an upgrade, downgrade to Heineke? What do we
I
think?
think it's a downgrade.
Okay.
I think he finds a way to win games.
I think it's a crapshoot.
With Carson Wentz coming back, I see him getting benched by halftime. I don't think he's gonna pull it off. I think Heineke comes back and pulls it off from them. But I do think they win.
I think they win overall as well.
Yeah, I think it's hard to go, for the Browns at this point. They have a little, I don't know what the deal is with the running game. They did great with Nick Chubb all season long. Ever since Watson's come back, running game has been pretty non-existent. So we're going to definitely take the Commanders this week here. Next game up, we got the 49ers at the Raiders. We definitely have to take the 49ers, especially with Derek Carr being sat this week after not performing well.
The 49ers is going to eat the Raiders up.
I think so too. I don't even know who their backup is for Vegas, honestly, at this point. Okay.
I wouldn't be opposed to see the 49ers lose, but I could see a miracle getting pulled off. Some random quarterback comes out, which is plays his ass off.
All the time.
It happens,
too.
Especially with the Vikings fighting for the 2 seed. I would like to see it happen, but there's definitely a possibility. But 49ers look legit.
Yeah. I think definitely taking 49ers overall. Think I would be looking towards that spread as well. Next game up, we got the Jets at Seattle Seahawks here. Both teams with a 7-8 record. I think I'm going to lean the Jets. They are favorited. What do you think, Colton?
I'm gonna take Seahawks.
I'm
At
definitely
home.
taking
Seattle?
Seahawks as well.
The 12-man.
Okay.
I mean, Jets have been playing pretty poorly. Their quarterback situation is up for grabs.
If
Right.
Mike White, if he's
should
healthy,
be starting this week.
well, then
I
that
mean,
kinda
even if they
changes
start
it.
Flacco, Mike White, I don't really see them getting the job done. I think Gino makes a push for the playoffs. I don't even know if they can make it.
I'm not sure either with their division at this point.
Pretty sure Seahawks are still in the hunt.
Are they?
They
Well,
should
if
be.
they are, he's gonna play his own.
Yeah, both teams definitely have something to play for at this point, being at least, probably middle of the pack there for a playoff spot. We'll definitely see this one and see who's right after this week folds up here. Big one for us homers here. We got the Vikings in Lambeau Field facing the Packers. I am worried the Packers will not get it done. What do you guys, what do we think? What do you think? Colton says otherwise?
NFC North chance for a reason.
That's true.
23-7 first week. What do they got on us that we haven't improved on in how many weeks? Even if it's Lambeau, who's going to stop Jefferson? He's gone for the 2,000-yard mark. Who's going to stop him?
It'll be a close game like always.
It
But
will be.
I'm gonna honestly probably take the Packers on this one just because they have improved the offense. Love the Vikings, but just past
tough.
history with the Vikings and the Packers,
They do
either
tend to
we
split.
win
Mhm.
one or we don't win any against them.
This is a crucial game for both the Packers and the Vikings for the 2 seed and for the Packers to get in the playoffs.
Yeah,
I do think it comes down to the wire. It's in Green Bay.
like every Vikings game.
I know
comes
past,
down
not
to the
some
wire.
bias, but past Green Bay games in Lambeau have been altered by the refs. But I'm not going to blame anything on that. But it will be close. I think it's a 1-score game. It'll be a
Yeah.
1-score game.
Yeah, it'll be 1-score game. I don't mind taking the Vikings.
I would take the Vikings because if they're going to lose
With the spread.
it's going to be by 3. So,
Yeah. It's kind of what I'm thinking as well. Last minute field goal in there from Green Bay, possibly.
Yeah.
Maybe the Vikings win it for us. That's what we're hoping for. I think I'd take the Packers overall, but this is probably our game of the week.
Yeah.
Not to sound biased, but I think it's
Good one-
everyone's,
good one to
honestly.
watch.
Yep. Probably the best one this week. Back to another game here. We got the 5-10 Rams with the addition of Baker Mayfield playing in LA against the Chargers. Both teams actually are technically at home playing in their own stadium.
That's true.
I think the home field advantage is a non-factor. I don't really want to look at the spread for this one. I think the Chargers win overall. What do you think, Colton, in regards to the spread?
I don't think. I mean, even though the Rams had a dominant week last week, Justin Herbert's been out of his mind these past couple weeks. So
Yep.
I don't really think they stand a chance, especially with they're fighting for a better seed in the playoffs. I mean, they're already in, but I don't think it's going to be close at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. The Rams defense, we'll see if they, get on fire this week against the Chargers, maybe shut down some passes. But we're going to take the Chargers overall in this one here. Moving on to the Sunday night matchup, we got the Steelers at the Ravens. Cole, initial thoughts for this one?
Tell me, Coral.
Cool.
All right.
Maybe I did.
I'm definitely taking the Ravens. I don't think there's really a question in this one. Even if it is Tyler Huntley starting over Lamar Jackson, I don't think the Steelers. Sure, they've been winning a few of the past games, but it's not like it's much, and they're all low-scoring games. The Ravens will put up so many more points. I don't think the Steelers will be able to catch up.
We're going to see. This is going to be a battle of the defenses at this point against two younger quarterbacks, I guess. I'm not sure where Huntley is in his season or season's career, I should say. I don't know. Colton, what do you think? This is a crapshoot. I'm not betting on this one personally.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the under in this game, it's probably going to be hit.
Yep.
I mean, I want to see the Steelers win because they do have a chance at the playoffs. It'd make it a lot more interesting. But I do think the Ravens have a better overall team. And at home, I don't think the Steelers get it done.
All right. We're going to take the Ravens overall in this Sunday night matchup. Final game here. If you haven't already, make sure you're hitting the subscribe button for more. We're doing this all season long. We're going to be doing some special stuff for the Super Bowl as well. So make sure you're looking forward to that. Monday night game should be, well, I'll say number 2 most viewed after the Vikings game, or most anticipated. I don't know. We got the Bills at Cincinnati Bengals. Colton, you start. What do
I
you
don't
think?
know.
This is hard. You see the
You
spread,
know,
1.5.
I love both these teams. It's hard not to hate them. I think the Bengals do have a upside, obviously being at home, but I couldn't even make a guess. But I wouldn't.
Mhm.
The team I like the most, I do think I want the Bills to get the 1 seed. If the Vikings don't win the Super Bowl, I want the Bills to win it. So I'm gonna rock with the Bills. But I do love the Bengals.
Yep,
It's hard to choose.
it is. It is. This is a tough one. Cole, what does your gut tell you?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with the Bengals.
Okay,
Yeah, good choice.
I just
I
like
mean,
how on fire
It's
they've been.
dude, it's hard to
and
choose.
it's
Yeah.
hard.
It
It's
is.
gonna be. I'm gonna definitely tune in this game.
Yep, this is gonna be a great Monday one. I'm gonna pick the Bengals. I love Josh Allen. Bengals, good lord. The Bills, just because I like Josh Allen. I have to pick them. They are favorites, of course, so I gotta ride with the favorites. It should be an interesting game and again, one of the most highly anticipated ones for this week. So that is going to be it for this week of NFL Pick'ems. Make sure you guys are subscribing for more. Thanks for tuning in as always. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace.
Done.